NumPy is the foundational layer of the Python data stock. It provides the raw structure, the array, and the basic arithmetic operations required to process numbers. But arrays alone cannot solve complex engineering problems without advanced mathematical algorithms. Libraries built for high-level statistical analysis and machine learning sit at the top of this ecosystem. This creates an algorithmic gap between the raw data at the bottom and the predictive modeling at the top. SciPy bridges this space, acting as an algorithmic superstructure that integrates directly with your raw data. It is built explicitly on top of NumPy's array foundation. It takes those basic arrays and provides specialized algorithms for advanced statistics, optimization, and signal processing. Without SciPy, engineers and data scientists would have to write complex foundational mathematics from scratch for every project. Because of the scale of the mathematics involved, SciPy is not designed to be used as a single, monolithic tool. Instead, it is compartmentalized into isolated submodules, each dedicated to a specific scientific domain. This architecture means you do not import the entire library. Instead, you target the specific modules your analysis requires. This keeps your codebase clean and maximizes processing efficiency by leaving unused portions of the library dormant. Every submodule follows a universal rule. They expect NumPy arrays as inputs and return NumPy arrays as outputs. Because of this consistency, your existing mental models for working with NumPy arrays apply directly to SciPy. This modularity transforms SciPy into a highly specialized and surgically precise toolkit. To see this in practice, imagine an analyst who must prove if a new mechanical process is genuinely superior to an old one. Raw hardware measurements are inherently noisy and erratic, making them unsuitable for immediate statistical testing. The first step is to route the raw sensor readings into scipy.signal, which specializes in processing continuously changing time series data. This submodule filters out random hardware noise to isolate the true underlying trend. Once cleaned, this array can be compared against historical data from the previous process. We then pass the data to scipy.stats. This is the engine used to prove mathematical significance between the two datasets. Using the t-test-ind function, the library rigorously compares the two datasets. It calculates a precise p-value, allowing the analyst to definitively rule out random chance. This level of hypothesis testing provides much more rigor than the basic averages or descriptive statistics found in pandas. Real-world analysis often requires chaining these modules together to transform raw data into validated conclusions. SciPy's utility extends beyond experimental analysis into the theoretical core of predictive modeling. This 3D loss surface represents a common problem, finding the exact inputs that yield the lowest possible output, a process handled by scipy.optimize. The minimize function searches this mathematical landscape, iterating until it finds the absolute lowest valley. Machine learning models rely on this minimization process to adjust their internal parameters and fit themselves to training data. For advanced linear algebra, we use scipy.linalg, which can decompose a complex matrix into its fundamental blocks. Unlike basic NumPy arithmetic, .linalg can compute eigenvalues or solve the complex systems of equations required for spatial transformations. These matrix decompositions are used constantly in computer graphics rendering and physical simulations. The optimization and linear algebra modules provide the computational strength required for complex modeling. Beyond core statistics, SciPy contains highly specialized submodules for spatial and physical calculations. scipy.spatial is used for calculating complex geometric distances between scattered points in a multidimensional space. These calculations are used daily in geographic mapping, robotics, and computer vision. If a dataset is missing a sequence of values, scipy.interpolate estimates the unknown points to complete the curve. This is a requirement when working with sparse data where certain points were impossible to measure directly. Finally, scipy.integrate provides tools for numerical integration, which calculates the area beneath a curve. Determining the total area under a curve is a fundamental operation in physics and engineering. These specialized tools provide ready-made solutions that prevent analysts from having to reinvent complex geometric and calculus operations. Looking at the macro architecture of the Python ecosystem, the hierarchy is clear. SciPy serves as the translation layer between basic arrays and high-level applications. It often functions as an invisible engine. Practitioners frequently use it without ever calling the library directly. High-level tools like scikit-learn rely on SciPy's internal linear algebra and optimization code to train their models. Understanding these underlying mechanics provides first principles insight into the pipeline, making the behavior of high-level tools predictable and transparent. To deepen this understanding, prioritize reading SciPy's official documentation. Unlike many coding resources, this documentation explains the actual mathematical theory and equations alongside the Python syntax. In our next episode, we move from algorithmic complexity to massive data scale by introducing polars as a fast alternative to pandas. Mastering SciPy provides the mathematical control necessary to build and debug the complex engines powering modern data science.